Welcome to CodeDreamer. This is our fifth part of Java tutorials, and in this tutorial we will be learning about Java operators, its types, its precedence, and what is the difference between prefix and postfix. So if you have not watched our previous video in which we have talked about Java data types, so go watch it please. So here is our progress so far, that we are still on the basic section of our Java tutorials. So let's proceed further. So what is an operator? So as we talked before, that programming is all about working on data. So these data should be processed with some formulas, and these formulas need have some operators like addition, subtraction, and others. So uh, it it is the backbone of any program. So here are five main operators in Java: arithmetic, assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator, and bitwise operator. So here are some of the operators from each categories, and let's proceed one by one. In arithmetic operators, we have a plus sign first of all, that is used to add two numbers. Then we have a minus sign that is used to subtract between two numbers. Then we have a multiply or asterisk symbol that is used to multiply two numbers. Then we have a backslash that is used to divide between the two numbers. Then we have a percentage sign that is used to get the remainder of two divide numbers. And then we have an two plus plus symbol sign that is used to increment the value by one. In other words, it means that we add one to the variable, and in opposite case, decrement means we subtract one from the variable. And next when we will move to the assignment operator, it is from the name it shows that when we want to assign some value to a variable, we use the assignment variables, and its symbol is equal to. And when we want to apply some operations as well on assignment operator, we can do we can do that as well. And like in case that we want to add some value to a variable and then assign to some other variable, we can do this by using plus is equals to, and we will see in the example as well. And similar is the case with all other below. Then we have a comparison operator that is used to compare between two variables and get the result in boolean such that true or false. Let's suppose we have a we want to compare two numbers, and we used two equal sign the first row. What we will get, if these are equal, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. And in second line, when we use exclamatory sign and equal to sign, that is means not equal, such that if they are not equal, it will return true. And similar is the case with greater. If the left side is greater than right side, then it will return true. If the left side is less than right, the other, so it will return false according to fourth row. And similar is case with the below ones as well. And we have a logical operator that is used to compare between two boolean values. And there are three main boolean operations: and, or, not. And is used when we want to get the result in such a manner that if all the boolean values are true, we will get true in result. And if we want to get that either one of the value is true, it should return true, then we will use or. And we will use not if we want to reverse the boolean value, such that if it is true and we want to make it false, then we will use negate. And then we have a bitwise operator, and there are different kinds of bitwise operator, and they are not commonly used in Java programming, but in specific fields it is used, and we will not go to them. But it is basic binary operations on binary values. So we will try to do this in next lectures, but it is not so important, that's why we are leaving it behind. So here we are in our NetBeans IDE, in which I have created a new project with the name lecture 5, and you can see I have done some sample code for all the operators. And let's see by running it first. So I will click on this run icon, and I have an output display, so I will explain with the output. So we will put that into here, and what we will see that first of all there is an arithmetic display here. So there are four prints out there. So it is 5, 1, 6, and 1. We will see one by one why is this. So we have defined two variables with data type int, and we have assigned a value of 3 and assigned 2 value of b. So when we apply addition operator a plus b, it will return 5, and it has returned 5. And we subtract a minus b, 3 minus 2, it returns 1. And we multiply both of them, we returns we have a value 6. And when we divide them, a divided by b, we should have a value of 1.5, but we have outputted the value 1. That is the reason, because when we use to divide two integer number, it initially returns integer, it should return integer. So what it basically does, it forget about that point and other values after that, and it would only gets the value before the point value. So if you want to get the point value as well, you will have to change the uh, data type of these two variable to be double, so that these can handle point value as well. So you can see that here you can see the division has now returned 1.5. So let's get it to back it to work with int, and then we will move to assignment operator, and in this operator we have added 2 and then assigned the value to a. So it is in other words, it is equal to a is equal to a plus 2. So what we are doing here, that we are taking the value of a, then adding 2 to it, and then assigning that to a. So the Java has a shortcut operator for this statement as this. So these two do the same thing. So we have a value 3, and we have to add 2 to the a, so it should return 5. So it is returning 5. Let's run it again, because we have changed the value from double to int. So here it is 5. Then we have a comparison operator, in which first we have an equal operator. An equal operator will return boolean values, as I explained before. So let's suppose we have an a and 2. Now a is 5 and b is still 2. So when we do this comparison, that either a is equals to b, 5 is equals to 5 is equals to 2, so it is false. So it should return false, and it returns false. And when we say that a is not equal to b, such that 5 is not equal to 2, so it is true that they are not equal, so it return true. And when we say that a is greater than 2, such that 5 is greater than 2, so yes, it is greater than 2, so here it runs. If they are less than 2, 5 is less than 2, so it is false. If 5 is greater than or equal to 2, so it is true. And similarly the case with 5 is less than or equal to 3, so false. And then we move to the logical operator, in which we have compared two boolean values. So let's suppose what is the result of a is equals to a equal to b. So we have this one, and we have returned equal operator with false. And what is the result of a not equal to b? We have the second row here, and we have returned true is there. So what is the collective result of these two? That either true and false is equals to what? So as I explained before, that and is only true if all the expressions or the comparison are true. So in this case, one is true and the other is false, so it will automatically print false, and here you can see it is false. And in or, you can see we have the same expressions like that, true or false. So I said you before that if any one of the expression is true, it will print true. So here the first one is second one is true, so it return true. And what does the not operator do? Not operator reverse the values of true false. So let's say we have a value a is equals to 3. What it does, that means a is 5 and we have a 3. So what should it return? It should return false. And when we apply negation to it, it will return true. So here you can see it is return true. Here is our the basic examples of how the operators work. So we will now move to the our next part, that is precedence of operators. So what is precedence actually? So when you now our in previous example, we see that we have used only one operator in one line or in one statement. So what if we use multiple operators in one line? So how will the Java compiler or NetBeans IDE will process it? So here comes the precedence. So there have to be some rules according to which the IDE should compile the whole code, such that this operator will execute first, then this operator, and then this operator. So here is the little ladder that shows that that is precedence from top to I. That means the increment and decrement operators have to be first calculated when we have multiple operators in one statement. So in order to get this accurately, let's proceed with our NetBeans example. So here you can see I have added 3 to 2 and multiplied with 5. So what does it actually do? It has to print 3 plus 2 5, and then we have multiply by 5, so it should return 25 as a result. But when we run it, we see that it returns 13. So why is this? So basically we have an if you have not clearly watched our previous slide, so go back and check whether the steric or multiplicative operator is above, or the plus or minus operator is first. So I have seen it, the steric operator is above to plus, so a steric should process first. So what does it means? 2 multiplied by 5 is 10, and then it is adding to 3. So this is what the precedence means. And same is the case with other, that if some multiple operator expression or statement came, so you should know that how it should execute. The precedence of is from top to high. So move further, what is the difference between prefix and postfix? So what actually means by pre and post? So pre means an operator come before an variable, and in post means operator came after the operator. So what it actually means, we will have to do some example with it. So let's get back to our NetBeans IDE. So here we are in our NetBeans now. So you can see I have created integer variable c, and I have applied some operation in which, in first statement, you can see I increment c and then add it to c, and in the next line I have again push the value to 2 if there is any change in this value, and then I have used e variable and added the result to prefix of statement. So and return the both value. Now I will run it to see what the output. So the postfix return 5 and the prefix return 6. So let me give the details of why is this happening. So when you see that c is equals to 2, and I assign this value of the when I assign this statement to this value, so what it actually does, it will add first of all c, both c, and then will increment one value. Let's suppose you have a c2 this time, and here should also be 2, so it will add 2 plus 2 4, and then it will increment 1, so it becomes 5. This is the case with postfix. When we do this with prefix, what it will do, it will first of all increment the c. So in our case c is 2, we have assigned again the value of c to 2. So if when this process, it will become that c is equals to 3, and now when this term, which is actually now 3, added to this term, which is also become 3, because in prefix the increment execute first, so both are 3 now. 3 plus 3 is equals to 6, and it is assigned to e, and when we print e here, we will get 6. So this is the main difference between prefix and postfix. So our next video will be on Java printing and input from user. So kindly subscribe my channel and click the bell icon as well, so if my new video came, you will be notified about that. And please subscribe my channel, it gives me motivation to make more good content. And kindly like this video, comment with your feedback as well. So goodbye till then.